What's good, yo? What's good? Ya Clout Podcast in the building every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your boy Mike says as always. Got my right hand on me. Blood Crack, by the way, is in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Yes, sir. This week, celebrating Earl Simmons, DMX, Darkman X, with his 1998 debut album, Def Jam Rough Riders, fucking 5 Mic Classic. Giving the fucking spoiler already, bro. I don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Man, it's dark and hell is hot, bro. I already turned 25 years old, April, I believe, of 1998. Could be May, April, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think it's May.
Yeah, and man, special fucking album, man. We only did like top 10 DMX songs, I believe. Only X related show we did.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, talked about him in the past, of course, but finally a full album review of Darkman X. And like every episode, how we got into DMX, and we said it in that episode, but I'll say it again. Special time for me, man. The first time I ever heard DMX was Mace Hollenworth, right? But before that, unbeknownst to me, because my uncle played Mike Geronimo the Natural so much.
Oh, yeah.
Time to build, right? But you know, it was kind of like the first time I heard Pump. Like I heard Just Envy in 9-5, but you don't remember, right? You don't, because these dudes only had like one feature from that time frame, if you know, and I didn't remember that shit. But Mace, Harlem World, you know, twice he's on Niggas Wanna Act. I think he's on. No, that's Buster. I forgot the name of the song with DMX on the chorus. Then he's on the amazing 24 Hours to Live, which is just fucking phenomenal. He kills that shit. And then around the same fucking time, I heard Get At Me Dog, the video. Fucking gas. Love that shit. And 4321 on LL Cool J's Phenomenon album, which is just a fucking, slapper. Shit go hard. And he has the best verse in my eyes. Kill that shit. A lot of come-ups was being made at that time with, Big Pun, Cannabis, all them boys getting it in around that time, and X was like the shining fucking star. And after that, I got It's Dark and Hell is Hot, bro, on cassette. I'll never forget that. And I didn't listen to it yet. I was in front of the dollar store. I'll never forget this. My uncle was in there, and my mom's friend's son, Jaden, nigga was riding his bike. And he's like, yo, what you doing? I'm chilling. I got that new X. It's like, yo, wait till you hear that shit. I was high, bro. I was like, oh, shit. Got home, put in the boombox. It was blown the fuck away, bro. You know what I'm saying? And DMX's come-up story was so dope, like he been grinding for all those years, facing drug problems, and was rapping in like the late 80s, early 90s. And he met D&Y, Rough Riders, and they signed him. And then he was like, no one wanted him. Puppy said he was too dark. And, fucking D&Y got him to meet up with Leo Cohen. X got jumped from a bunch of niggas. In 9-7, they wired his jaw shut because he got accused of a robbery he didn't even do. Because he was robbing a lot of niggas back then. So rightfully so. Crazy stick-up kid shit. And he gets signed, and fucking the rest is fucking history, man. And when I tell you, man, I say this a lot, but back in the day when I used to walk to school through Maple Gardens and go to fucking the suburbs to go to school, and the hood niggas were bumping it, the white boys were bumping it, everybody was bumping it. So it was like DMX world. I never seen that in my life. Like imagine walking and you seeing vehicles, every vehicle that passes by playing X. Right? It was amazing, bro. I'm telling you, it was such a good feeling, man. And then when we went to school, we talk about Raw Nitro on a Tuesday, and then X. Like that was all of our favorite rapper at the time, but we played the fuck out this dude, man. And my uncle was drawing pictures of X getting paid for it in the niggas from the P's wanted him on a motorcycle with the Rough Riders bandana. It was crazy, bro, and such a fucking come up, my nigga, And one last thing I'll say about I don't want to go too long with this diatribe, but that one of the illest niggas in the industry to talk about DMX is Irv Gotti. Like a lot of niggas hate on Irv, but I love Irv. Irv is like, Jay-Z used to feel fucking threatened by the nigga. you know, right? And he had that crown before Jay-Z. I don't go fuck what nobody says. And Irv would be like, he said, so Jay would come to me and he'd be like, yo, you think he's nicer than me? And Irv was like, he's nice just like you, but there's more niggas in the hood like him than there is like you. I thought that shit was so ill, bro, you know? And then Irv was like, X looked at Boomer like, he's a real nigga. Like, he ain't gonna turn on me like these whole ass niggas like humans, you know? I thought that shit was so ill how he broke that shit down. Irv Gotti talks about X the illest, bro. So yeah, DMX, Doc and Hell is hot. That's my introduction to Doc Man X. How about you, brother?
Yeah, for me it was probably 2000 or 2001. I remember my older sibling getting into X, and I remember us talking about him, and I didn't know who he was, and I was like, "Is he like scarier than Eminem?" And he was like, "Oh, he would beat the shit out of Eminem." Because you have to keep in mind, in 2000, Eminem was hard as fuck. You know what I mean? Like in that era, you know what I mean? He actually was like legit, like a pretty scary dude. So like the idea of someone being like even harder than him was like a big deal. And yeah, I remember. I think I heard like the first 3 albums like around the same time, but The Omen on the next album, I remember that was a standout just because it was so dark, you know. But yeah, I pretty much love like the first 4 albums. All really, really good. And I heard pretty much those in the same kind of era. And yeah, I mean, to build on what you said earlier, like, let's face it, hip hop, especially in the mainstream, was getting softer and lighter, you know, going into 98 and 99. It was going in that direction. But like DMX somehow, some way was able to blow up with such a dark album throughout. You know, the beats are dark. He's dark in a very personal way. He holds nothing back, you know, very emotional. And yeah, I mean, for an era that often gets, you know, seen as like, you know, the shiny suit era, everyone brings that up. It's like, no, you know what I mean? Like, DMX was huge in 1998 with 2 albums going straight in the number 1 at the top in the Billboard Top 200. Yeah. Like, that is insane for an artist as dark as he was. Yeah, absolutely incredible. So, yeah, just obviously huge loss to hip hop as well. He passed away over 2 years ago now. That's kind of crazy that it's been that long, but yeah, just one of a kind.
Yeah, that death stunned. It hurt just as much as the greats hurt. You know what I'm saying? He's the great, and man, like,
yeah, him and Prodigy, those were like the 2. Yeah.
Pun, Sean Price for me, Pac, Big. I love them shits. Yeah. You know, X is up there with Pac and Biggie. That's I don't give a fuck. He is. And
yeah, obviously Ruck, you know, Sean Price, like you said, like in the last 10 years, those are like some of the big ones for me. Yeah,
X was fucking horrible for a nigga, bro, because this nigga, like, you know, we lived it, bro. And I want to touch on 2 things. You talk about the first 4 albums and Great Depression. Niggas really, really, really try to like throw slight on that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas is stupid. We're gonna review that one day.
It's so good.
It's fire. Shout out to my nigga Justin, this Cape Verdean kid, right? We used to talk about that every day in freshman year, and that fucking banging hidden tracks on that. You know what the problem? Fucking fire, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Great Depression. And the second thing I want to touch on is you mentioned 2 albums in the same year. Nigga, when Flesh of My Flesh came out, I'll save this story more in depth next week, but dog, I was so happy when I seen that shit. Like, ooh, you know, December 9/8.
I think that was the first image I ever saw of him, was that album cover. Yeah, it's the first time I ever saw. Yeah,
that's goated too. That album cover.
Yep, definitely.
But yeah, great breakdowns from both of us, I think, and how we got into X. And yeah, let's get to the album. It's Dark and Hell is Hot, man. Woo. One of the most illest intros of all time is on here. The intro. Produced by Irv Gotti, Little Rob. Oh my God. I used to reenact this shit with my nigga Hector, R.I.P. all the time, you know what I'm saying? And I reenact it with Vaughn now.
Yeah,
you know? Like, lock it down the industry shit on some power shit. Dog, that's my man's in there. You know? All that shit. I feel.
Right. Yeah. I feel.
You fucking with me? You fucking with Doom Doom.
Dun,
Oh my
dun.
god. Irv did his nigga. It's so fucking fire. And X ain't just talking shit on it. He's rapping. It's a fucking song in my eyes, you know? And the fucking Tales from the Hood sample. One of the illest movies of all time. The Crazy Case story. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I love that shit. You know? And X on this shit just catching all kinds of bodies. Niggas is puss. Keep on running from the werewolf. Hollering at the moon on the roof. Oh, no. Get him. 10 niggas on him. Hope God's with him. Shit is ill, bruh.
Yeah.
You know? Fall right on the back. Clack, clack. And all that shit, bruh. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. X was like no other. Didn't sound like nobody. When originality was in hip hop for sure. And the end, you know, that nigga DMX is a motherfucking problem, all right? Doom, 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 doom. Come on, man. That shit is big fire. What a way to start the fucking album, bro. Amazing. Stopping at our intro. 5 mics.
It's one of my favorite songs in the album, even though it's just called intro. Yeah, it's crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, it's so good. Everything about it. I love the little skit at the start. You know, as we know, we've reviewed a lot of 98 albums that have skits. A lot of them are pointless. But this one, I like it at the start. I think it's good.
Love it.
And how it feeds into the actual track starting is so good. And yeah, I absolutely love this song. You know, it's so good. You know. Some do, foes who know are real quiet. When you think you want to try, fuck around and start a riot. Yeah, so good. And then later on, after those lines that you said, I love where he says, give me the bat, let me split him. I'll have him wear the pillow and the casket won't fit him. Yeah, it's so good. You know, it's just coming out the gates of this track. You know what I mean? Just hard as hell. And it's really interesting how he says, you know, towards the end of the track, he's like, bitch is going to give me a head for free because they see who I'm going to be by 2003. Like, by 2003, he was just a megastar. You know, he was a megastar in 98, but like in 2003, he was like a worldwide, like one of the biggest artists on the planet. Like, you know what I mean? Like his initial Def Jam run, like he got bigger and bigger. Like he was always number one in the US, but like internationally, when you look at like his charting, you know, statistics throughout the years, like all the way up to Grand Champ, he got bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, that's actually crazy that he kind of mentions 2003 specifically, because that's kind of like 98 to 2003 is kind of like his, like people see it as like his classic run. And also speaking of 2003, that is also the year for Def Jam Vendetta came out, and this song is on the soundtrack. So there you go.
Hell yeah. X is in there too. Should have been in Fight for New York too. I don't know why, but
I think it's because of the legal problems and stuff. I think that's probably why he's not in it. And I know like that was probably around the time when Def Jam dropped him and stuff. But yeah, I know it's a shame. But yeah, I love that game too. And I'm pretty sure that they used the intro song on like one of the trailers as well before the game came out. They actually used this beat in the background, which is really dope. But yeah, love this song. The beat is so good as well. Like Irv Gotti, like I don't think of him much of a producer, but like yeah he did his thing on this for sure.
He bodied that shit.
It has like that kind of fighting game feel, this track, you know?
Yeah, that beat is crazy. Woo.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, he was catching bodies all over that shit, bro. Next is a mega hit for X, bruh. Single on that album, dope ass video. Rough Riders Anthem. Only track produced by Swiss Beats on here. Swiss Beats came later. The majority of this record is by the legendary Dame Grease and PK. PK's a light-skinned nigga. Dame Grease, you know, he is fucking legend, right? Those are the illest niggas that give X his sound. Even though I love early Swiss Beats, is nasty. Yep. But man, this shit, bro, classic. You know, everyone was rapping this shit in school. The chorus is fucking bliss. You know the chorus. Stop, drop, send them down up another shot. Yeah, niggas know it. I gotta fucking recite it. It's amazing. And his flow on here, the way he does his cadence on here is crazy. You know? I love how X wrote this shit, man. Yeah, yo, that nigga was like, Is y'all niggas crazy? I'll bust you and be Swayze. Stop acting like a bazy. Mind your
Mind
business,
your business,
lady.
lady.
And be Swayze means be ghost. Like, fuck out, I'm ghost, one nigga.
Yeah,
You feel
the
me?
movie. Yeah, with Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that because Havoc said that shit. You know, Havoc broke that shit down, but that shit was so fucking ill, bruh. Oh, the way X rolled this shit is just phenomenal. Killed this shit, you know? And then the end, the outro, talk is cheap, motherfucker, which leads in perfectly to the next track.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I can't say enough good things about Rough Riders Anthem. It's just iconic. It's a 5 mic fucking song. Nigga got busy on here lyrically. Flow in pocket. That cadence is just crazy, man. I fucking love this song so much, bro. It's so good. And Swiss Beats did his fucking thing on here. 5 mic song for me. Big song. That my middle school was called Henry Lord Middle School. And niggas got busy with that. They were just rapping that shit all day. And it was just amazing. You know, the year I met my best friend. And just a good time. It brings me back to those days. You know? Classic song.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't say much more on it than that. Yeah, absolutely. Classic song, classic single. I actually can't believe that this was not the lead single because in my head I thought, oh yeah,
I thought that too.
surely this is the lead single. It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it's crazy.
I went back and I said, nah, it was Get At Me Dog when I first seen X. I know it was. Like,
Yeah,
I heard him
it makes
before.
sense.
You know?
Yeah. But Rough Riders Anthem, it's just so immediate as a single. You know what I mean? Everything, this catchy beat from Swizz Beats, like, that gets stuck in your head alone. And then, of course, you got that amazing chorus over the top. And again, like DMX just hard as hell on this track, threw it out. And I mean, I love his flow on here too. And I love that outro as well, like you mentioned earlier. Just, it's a great song. One of those ones, just one of those iconic cuts that kind of takes you back to the late 90s for sure. Even if you weren't there, like it has that classic, like late 90s kind of feel to it. And the music video was amazing too.
I gotta say something to you, man. This was ill. I remember back in the day this is like late 07, 08. And my nigga Ray was like, yo, you think it had a bigger impact? Like Rough Riders or Dipset? And at first I said Dipset because there was niggas literally dressing like Joel Santana around the block. You drive around the city, you see niggas like Joel's. But then it's like, no, I take it back because niggas that had fades and braids were shaving their shit bald. And when the summer hit, they were shirtless with the Rough Riders bandana on. They ordered from the booklet, my nigga. And they had to get a pit bull. Niggas started to get dogs because of X.
And the Rough Riders are as well as like a chain. Yeah.
Yes, that too. Niggas would really X. Niggas start reading the Bible. Niggas I'm telling you, like niggas really are like. Sometimes I take it back. I think Rough Riders probably because niggas really were trying to be DMX. Bro. I seen it with my own two
One
fucking
Love
eyes.
Boomer tattooed on the back.
Yeah, there was a kid, older kid, the kid that told me like, "Yo, Mikey, wait till you hear the Wu-Tang Forever." That same kid, he had braids like Dawes Effects. When X came out, he had a baldy. He got a fucking pit. You know, the nigga wants to be X, bro. Like
the dreads came off.
Yeah. Niggas like, yeah, I'm X now. You know, niggas barking. Like, I'm dead serious. It was crazy. X, yo, white niggas, Asians, like Game said on fucking West Side Story. Those are the niggas that were fucking with everybody. The bitches loved them too, bro. Like X was just.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, which I love that. I know we're getting to. I fucking love that shit. But yeah, X, bro. Yo, Vaughn, I don't know. I'm sorry, bro. This is a special episode for me. You know, I'm so happy to talk about this nigga. He's a childhood hero. And
I mean, just because we're mentioning like how big he was, like
yeah.
I was watching a little bit of the Woodstock '99 performance as well. Woo! So good.
There's an amazing Woodstock documentary on Netflix, I believe. And this black dude was like, he had 100 white people saying nigga. And he didn't give a fuck. It's true. Like, he had that crowd in the palm of his fucking hand. And that's, Unc said this shit today, nigga. I was like, I ordered groceries to put them back and I was going to take a piss. Unc was like, yo, this nigga, he's like, that Woodstock performance was phenomenal. I was like, yeah, it was. He's like, he had that crowd in the palm of his fucking hand. We were just talking about that today. That's crazy. Because I was telling him, he's like, what are you doing tonight? And I told him, and he loves this fucking album as well. So, yeah, man, it's just extra special, bro. What else can I say? Fucking with D is next, bro. Produced by P Killer and Dame Grease. My nigga, this shit is so fucking gas. You know? What's on y'all niggas' minds? Fucking with me. Yo, somebody has told you about fucking with D. Stuck in a tree is what you would be. Like a cat. Yo, he killed that shit, bro. You know? Very short, but sweet fucking song. Manic and depressive, but extreme paranoia. Like, come on, dog. This shit is fire as fuck. And like I said, that talk is cheap, motherfucker. When that leads in right to it, it's perfect. And the beat is amazing. And X killed that shit. And the I don't give a fuck about y'all niggas because y'all ain't killing up. Oh my God. Dog. Fire. Another song that was talked about in the cafeterias, my nigga. You feel me? Like, this shit was big. Love it. It's a deep cut, but it's fucking flames.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very impressed with how he was able to squeeze in 3 like full verses in a song that's only a little over 2 minutes long. Like, yeah, no time wasted whatsoever. But it doesn't feel short. Yet, you know, like I said, it feels like a full song. But he was able to, you know, capture all of that very quickly. And yeah, a really good song. Love just his aggression. Like, he has just like one of those you know, performances that's just like so impressive to me, that he was able to be so energetic and just so like, but in a way that felt very natural, you know what I mean? Like, that was just who he was, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I get from this track, you know what I mean? Just like how he's able to kind of keep up, and you know what I mean? It just sounds like he could go all night, you know. And yeah, just a really hard track again. Yeah, not much more to say about it. It's a short but sweet track, but it doesn't feel short at all. It's really, really good. It's really impressive.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. Then we get the Storm skit. Nothing big, bro. It's just Wah from Rough Riders, Wah Dean, talking to this kid. I don't know who's playing the kid, but he's just like, yo, I'm hearing this shit about this kid X, you know, this nigga saying he robbing niggas and shit like that. And he's like, you robbing niggas too, bro? And he's just talking shit. He's like, yo, you got to go to the mosque or something, man. he's like, well, your dad said he was a knucklehead motherfucker, you know? Fucking skits or whatever for me, but that's just funny to me. He's like trying to get school on a young nigga, you know?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a bit of a waste of time, I think. Didn't really need it on the album. It's, you know, there aren't that many skits on the album. This one I could do without, but it's not like a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just Wah talking to him. You know? Shout out to Wah, bro. I love Wah. Wah and D. Rough Riders, fucking CEOs, ill industry niggas that I have respect for. And then we get to Storm, bruh. This song is amazing. It's dark. You know, so I love about it so much. It's mad dark. No, not this. Look through my eyes. That's what I'm talking about. My bad. Got sidetracked. Look through my eyes and just fucking dark shit. Dame Grease, PK. I love that shit, man. The way it starts off, you know, burning in hell, but don't deserve to be. I fucking love that. And the chorus too. X did his thing on the chorus, you know. Such a great fucking song. Dark track. Could have been a single, you know what I'm saying? But it's a deep cut, and I fucking love that shit. X talking about the shit that he went through and shit like that, and oh man, it's just a fucking amazing song. I love it, man. Look through my eyes, amazing track. 5 mic track for me, it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really, really good song. I love just how dark the instrumental is from Dame Grease and PK. Like the intro, like with like the dog kind of whimpering and stuff at the start, like yeah,
man,
really good. Kind of really brings you into the atmosphere of it. And I think DMX is one of the greatest ever when it comes to hooks. As far as like an actual rapper doing his own hooks, he's really good. Like him and 50's really good as well. Like,
I love 50 on the chorus game. Yes.
Yeah, DMX is up there. His chorus game is great because he's able to sing a bit too. You know what I mean? And yeah, I love the overall kind of like somber feel to this track. And yeah, just basically saying, you know, all the kind of rough stuff that's he's seen on the streets and all the stuff that he's, you know, got experience with. And yeah, it's a really, really dope song. You know, I love how he opens it up saying burning in hell but don't deserve to be, because I got people that want to murder, but I don't even know want to murder me. Like that's one way to kick off a song right there. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that was true, you know, especially even more so when he got to the top, because when you're number one, everyone's looking at you, and people are going to be even more jealous of you at that point. And I love this song. It's so good. Definitely another highlight on the album. And again, it's a great example of like what I was saying earlier. For this album is dark and it's personal. Dark in a personal way. It's like, a lot of I know like on Wikipedia I see that it has horrorcore listed as genre, and I sort of get that because of the dark beats, but like a lot of horrorcore hip hop is obviously like, it's based on like horror movies and it's like blood and guts and whatever, but this is like horrorcore in like a personal, like real sense that anyone can really appreciate and get into. So yeah, Look For My Eyes, awesome song.
I love that song. And X is about that real pain.
Absolutely, yeah.
He went through it. You could fucking tell, bro.
He went through the ringer. Yeah. Pretty much everything that you could go through in life, he went through it. Yeah, for sure.
Facts, bro. Facts. Next song for a single on the album, Get At Me Dog, featuring Sheek Louch of the Locks, produced by P. Killer and Dane Grease. This shit, fucking love it, man. That in the tunnel, the video, niggas slapping the fucking Timbs together. Let's take it back to the streets, motherfucker, Love that shit. Because like we said on top, Vlad was saying that Chinese era was popping then. You had Mace with Feel So Good video. Niggas in Vegas, it looks like all shiny. And
which Monster Magnet took the piss out of.
Hell yeah, which love that fucking song so much.
Space Lord. Yeah.
Space Lord of that Power Trip, I think it's called, or some shit like that. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, that shit is gas, bro. Hell yeah. Fucking love that shit. But yeah, man, this shit crazy, bro. Like, X went the fuck off on this shit, bro. K Solo, that Spellbound shit, they were beefing. So nigga K can suck my dick. That's what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Got some bars for him on here. And just X was just fucking killing this shit. Just killing it. And I love that when he's like, because when I blow shit up, I have niggas falling like white bitches in a scary movie.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how to act. Get too close, niggas be like, protected by Viper, stand back. That's a fucking commercial, bro. And when I seen that shit, I was like, oh shit, X is crazy with that shit. Amazing, bro. And the chorus, D wrote the chorus. The CEO, Rough Riders have CEO. Y'all niggas want to be killers? Get at me, dog. Yup. He's like, yo, Sheek should say that shit. And she did it, and he did it to a fucking T. Get at me, dog. Ill shit, Yonkers shit. Oh, it's amazing. 5 mic song for me. Get at me, dog is too classic.
Yeah, it's an awesome song. Love that sample too. I know EPMD used it before.
Yeah.
Is that the big
song?
The Payback? Is that it? Is that the song that they originally used it on? Or was it Get the Bows Out? One of those ones. One of them.
I know it's EPMD for sure. Yeah,
it's off their second album. But I love the song. Love the beat, just really banging in the background. Really dope. And yeah, DMX did his thing on here. I love when he says, get the bitches and I'll commit the crime. When it's on, we transform like Optimus Prime. I'll form the head. Roll out. Let's make it happen. I thought that was dope. And overall, it's another great example of like, obviously it's great song as a single, very catchy, memorable, works well in like a in a club setting or whatever, but at the same time he's still hard, he doesn't like soften whatsoever for a single. Like, it's just as hard as the rest of the album, in my opinion. So I think it's absolutely fantastic. And Sheek Louch did his thing, like played his role perfectly well. And it's just it's really, really, really dope. I mean, like, he starts off the third verse by saying, lucky that you breathing, but you dead from the waist down. Like, so hard for a single. It's crazy. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, Get At Me Dog is too fucking dope, bro. And next we get Let Me Fly. Man, Young Lord and Dane Grease on the balls on this one. That chorus is just fucking fantastic. He's let me fly or give me death. Let my soul rest, take my breath. If I don't fly, I'm going to die anyway. I'm going to live on, but I'll be gone any day. He's like, he sings that shit beautifully. Love that shit. And then verse 2, I like when he said, I sold my soul to the devil and the price was cheap. And it's cold on his level. It's twice as deep. Extra raps, amazing. Yeah, Let Me Fly is too fucking good. Just dark. And it's just tales of like shit he been through, man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't mind fucking dying, you know? It's just fantastic. Love it. It's a 5 mic song again, you know? So fucking good.
Yeah, it's another really good song. Definitely in a similar vein to, Look for My Eyes a few tracks
Yes.
back. And, a very dark, kind of haunting song. Like you said, really, brilliant job on the chorus. Like it even almost doesn't even sound like him. You know what I mean? He's so good at singing. You don't
Yeah.
realize that it's him first. You're like, it's really, really talented, really good. And yeah, I love just, again, dark lyrics on here, locked down in a cell where the soul can't dwell. This is hell. Come meet the devil and give me the key. But it can't be worse than the curse that was given to me. You know what I mean? Just like real kind of eerie, dark stuff, but in a realistic sense. You know what I mean? He just feels like, I just, like he says in the chorus, let him do his thing, but like, if death comes for him, then he's not afraid of it, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really dope song, really hard, but at the same time, like eerie. It has like an eeriness to it for sure.
Fuck yeah, bro. I love that song. And then next, whew, might be top 3, Vod. Might be top 3.
Yeah.
X is coming. X is fucking coming, bro. P Killer. This shit is crazy. One of my favorite movies of all time. Nightmare on Elm Street. So instead of 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, it's 1, 2, X is coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. Hey, they got the black kids doing it. I fucking love that shit, man. So fucking good. It's dark as fuck. This is a horrorcore song, dog. I don't give a fuck what anybody
Oh
says.
yeah, this is for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? I love that shit. He said, man, if we was up north, niggas would have been fucked you. But then we in the streets, niggas should have been stuck you. Plucked you like a chicken with your head cut off. To find you with your back open and your legs cut off. Woo! That nigga X, bruh. He fucking bodied this. She talks about like 3 different murders he committed, bruh. It's just fucking violent. I love it. And then the end is so fucking haunted. You hear the kids maul, you know? And then a lot of, I don't agree on this shit, but said, and if you got a daughter older than 15, I'm a raper. Take her on the living room floor right there in front of you. Then you ask you seriously, what you gonna do, man? Fucking crazy, bro. Shit's nuts. This song is crazy. A 5 mic song again? Perfect?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. Like, this is like, some of those other songs that we mentioned earlier, they're kind of like borderline horrorcore, but they're like, like realistic kind of like dark, music. But this is like straight up like horror movie kind of stuff. Just eerie all the way through. Love the intro of the kids, you know what I mean? Great way to kick off the song. And then when you get the beat kicking in from PK, you know what I mean? Just brilliant, perfect instrumental for this song. Again, just kind of haunting, you know what I mean? Dark in the background. And I think it's a really good song, just like you said, hella violent, hella dark, some of the stuff that he says on here, obviously. He's obviously not talking about himself. It's very much he's assuming a role. You know what I mean? Some people are too stupid to get that. You know what people are like. But, this is like a horror movie on wax, this song.
Oh,
and it's just everything. It's one of those songs that it's pitch perfect. You know what I mean? You got the beat, you got X, who's perfect in this role. Like, he's able to put on that kind of horror stage really well. And just great lines on here. Like, I love when he says, he opens up the 3rd verse when he says, when I speak, you better listen. The harder it gets, the more follows. I'm hitting them with shit that they can't all swallow. I keep my slugs hollow and keep families with sorrow. Keep motherfuckers like you from not seeing tomorrow. Oh, fire. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, definitely one of the darkest songs in the album, and one of the best songs in the album too.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah. X is coming is a fucking problem, boy. And he continues that dark shit, that horror themed shit with Damien, which happened to be an installment, 3 different fucking parts of it. And it's the first part, man. Produced by Dan Grease. Basically, This cat named Damien. He's disguised as the motherfucking devil himself, bro. And he's gonna promise X his fame and fortune and all this shit. And he lures him in, but he wants him to do some fucked up shit, like body his best friend from like '89. That's when he met him and whatever. And it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I love this shit. The way X does that voice too, you know. Snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. The car's just fucking gas too, you know what I'm saying? But that Damien voice is fucking dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? The way how they go back and forth with it is on some like give me the loot shit. It's phenomenal how he changed his voice up as that, man. It's just fucking perfect. Like my favorite in the fucking trilogy will go down later on next week. You know what I'm saying? But this one is fucking great. You know? When he's like he's explaining to us, you know, like I know this cat Damien, he wants to be a friend. You mean like Chucky? Ha, yeah, just like Chucky. Talking to his son, you know, like that looks like you're both lucky. That shit is gas, bro. I love that shit. Such a good fucking song. When I first heard this, I'm like, oh my god. Then Unc's like, yo, the nigga's the devil, bro. You know? I remember all that shit. And what a fucking song. Immaculate.
Yeah, definitely.
Concept too.
Yeah, really cool concept. A really dope beat as well. Again, damn Grease. Dark as hell. This one a little bit more like cinematic in my opinion, you know, and yeah, I think, you know, I agree completely with what you said. Like DMX, he was brilliant at playing both roles, you know what I mean, seamlessly and very believable. Like you can easily forget that DMX is Damien, you know what I mean? It's because he was so good at, I'm sure they're doing some sort of electronic trickery with his voice, but in any case, he does an amazing job as the Damien character. And they're kind of back and forth, and that kind of relationship is just really interesting to hear unfold. And amazing concept for a song, fantastically executed. And I love the chorus too. You know, it's just it's awesome stuff. And like you said, it would be a trilogy going forward. And I'm glad he kept it going. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I like it when you know, obviously you had EPMD, for example, had like the Jane series and stuff like that. Redman has Superman Lover, you know, MC8 had Death Wish, you know, going at DJ Quick, you know what I mean? I like it when artists have these like ongoing kind of like characters or stories that sort of carry on throughout albums. And I think Damien definitely deserved to have more, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that he continued that with future albums.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, it's so fucking good, dog. I love that shit. Damien, bro, phenomenal. Then we get another single of the album, which took over summer '98 like a motherfucker. How's it going down, man? I love this fucking song, bro. PK on the fucking beat. She's uncredited, but that's Faith Evans. That's Faith Evans singing, and it's so fucking good. Like X tells a story about, you know, he's fucking this bitch that, you know, got a baby daddy, and that nigga's still in the picture, and he's smashing that shit. And even though that shit good as fuck, he's like, yeah, I gotta stop this shit, you know. And it's the way it sets off, you know. I love it. I'm partaking with this chicken, wanna finna from a creeper, little hood rap bitch in 25th named Tamika, you know. We all know that bitch from the hood, you know what I'm saying? And you know, 5411 side 7 and girl, I fucking love this song. Like you get all this dark, grimy street shit, but he has that fucking crossover song without sounding corny, and it just works. You know, I love this fucking song. It's phenomenal. The video, the chorus, you know, phenomenal. Classic.
Yeah, I really like it too. I mean, like on paper, it might not sound like an amazing idea, but DMX pulled it off brilliantly. Yeah, it's like a smoother, sort of relatively laid back track compared to a lot of the rest of the album. But I think this song is sequenced at the perfect time. You know what I mean? It's bang in the middle of the album. It's a sort of nice way to break things up a bit, because a lot of the songs that we're just covering are dark and, you know what I mean, violent and haunting and all this kind of stuff. But this song breaks things up a bit, you know what I mean, and changes things up a bit and shows what DMX can do, you know, different kinds of songs. And this is, again, him talking about some, you know, stuff that you know, happens out there. And DMX also flexing his storytelling skills. And I think the beat on this is fire too, just like hella smooth. And DMX
Oof.
sounded great over it. Again, dope on the chorus, dope on the rhymes. And it's another great single. I actually did not know this was a single until recently.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was huge, bro. Yeah, over here, yeah, video's amazing. Gave me the pussy. That ass is getting fat.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so fucking good, bro. So good. Love that song. Let me get Mickey. It's fucking.
Yo, who is it?
Sweet Mickey. That's fucking.
Who sent you?
Nigga, who sent you? Then he just shoots the nigga, I guess, right?
It's me, Mickey.
I think that shit's like pointless for us. It's right, it's funny.
It is funny. I forgot about it until re-listening to the album this week, and I was like, it's like kind of whack, but it's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's hilarious. To be
And
honest,
it's not that long either. It's like 20 seconds
it's
or something.
mad short. Yeah. Oh lordy, I'm gonna start laughing like fucking the Tribe episode. I gotta chill out. That's funny. But Crime Story, bro. Crime Story's up next, man. Irv Gotti, Little Rob, fucking amazing, dope ass storytelling on here from X. Like he does quite a bit of that shit on this album. So he's a wanted man. He's doing some murders, and then he turned himself in. He straps fucking C4s to himself, bro.
Yes.
Blows that shit the fuck up. That shit is so fucking hard, bro. And the way he tells a story, the beat is like blaxploitation shit. It feels like to me, like like Shaft or something.
Yeah.
Amazing, yeah. I fucking love this shit. Dope ass fucking song. Love Crime
dope.
Story.
Yeah, dope song. I like it too. Again, DMX flexing off his storytelling skills. Yeah, towards the end, he says, "Kamikaze mission, C4 strapped to the vest or strapped to the chest. Run up in that joint, raw dog. Fuck the vest." Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I like this song. It's not one of my ultimate favorites. You know what I mean? If I'm like, ranking the songs or whatever, but it's definitely still a dope joint. It's not one of my favorite beats per se, you know what I mean? It's still dope, but it's like compared to some of the other tracks that we've covered earlier on, like X is Coming and like the intro and stuff like that, it's maybe not quite on that level, but as far as obviously it's still a really dope song, and it's just surrounded by absolute classics. So that's just me being critical, doing the review, but it's still a really dope song, and DMX does a great job with his storytelling skills on here.
Absolutely, man. That shit is fucking amazing. I love that shit. The storytelling. Next, single, beyond fucking dope. Stop Being Greedy. Dan Grease and PK both on this shit. I fucking love this song so much. Video's dope. Actions telling, storytelling bag again. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just in the hood. He's trying to make ends meet, decently. But he gets caught up, you know what I'm saying? And just starts fucking doing shit, bro. That robbing shit, bro. This shit is just amazing. That chorus is just fucking, very fucking catchy, but it's grimy as fuck. Yo, been eating long enough, now stop being greedy. Keep it real, partner. Give to the needy. Ribs is touching, so hungry, So don't make me wait. Look around, I'm gonna bite you. Snatch the plate. I fucking love that shit, bro. It's so fucking good. The way he raps too on here,
Yep.
You could put that on my nigga Boom. Shout out to Boomer, you know what I'm saying? Love this shit, bro. Fantastic fucking song. One of my favorites. One of the songs that I played a lot back in the day. One of the songs that me and my homies talked about a lot. Yeah. Phenomenal song, bro. Stop Being Greedy. You can't go wrong with that. Excellent fucking song.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, one of my favorite songs in the album. The beat as well is so good from Dame Grace and PK. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. Like, yeah, amazing. And I love how DMX, he's kind of doing the two character thing again on here, but it's like, Just how he kind of goes from one voice to another is just so dope on here. He starts off, off that I could flip that flow, I could stick that hoe, and then all of a sudden, or nightmares like theirs desert me, got me like everybody want to hurt me. Like how he's able to flip that up like mid verse is just so dope. And again, the beat's just hard and dark and perfect for DMX. And I love that chorus too. You got me eating long enough now. Stop being greedy. To keep it real, partner, give to the needy. Like again, like that energy, that ferociousness, just like you know what I mean. Just that like energy. It's very hard to replicate. You know what I mean. Like he had it. Yeah, I love it. Head hunting motherfuckers, stay on the floor. It's such a good song.
Yeah, big fucking fire. Love Stop Being Greedy, man.
I love that was a single too, because that's not an obvious choice for a single. Yeah,
it's not. It's just a grimy ass song. It's like a deep cut.
Yeah.
And then you get ATF. Fucking love that shit. That beat is fucking crazy. They in Greece. It's mad dark. Boom, boom, boom. Open the door. ATF. X doing that dirt, getting caught up with the ATF. They're about to roll through. Shit's fucking crazy. It's short, but it's a good song. It ain't an ultimate favorite, but it's fire. Like, that beat especially. Storytelling again, Dope ass song. I fucks with it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, short but sweet. DMX pretty much just having one verse on here. And I mean, it's like a dope kind of like an actiony kind of track, you know what I mean? Kind of fast paced, and he's really good at packing a lot into a short song. And it's a dope track for sure. Maybe not like an ultimate favorite, but it's still really good. Can't say anything bad about it. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. Next, Posse Cut for my dogs. Then Grief on the boards again, featuring Loose Cannon. I don't remember that cat. Casino, I remember, because she's also on The Locks We Are the Streets, which is dope as fuck. Big Stan and Dragon. Big Stan and Dragon being my favorites. I wish Big Stan got an album. That dude's ill. I love that dude. He's on the Great Depression shit, talking that talk as well. Hidden tracks, and this shit fire as fuck, bro. Simple chorus. This is for my dog. This is for my dog. My niggas, Casino sets it off. He has a dope verse. Then Big Stan, fucking fire as fuck. Dragon, like one of my favorites. If you never hit Opposite of H2O, keep that album. That's a great fucking album. If you like Rough Riders, like the compilation albums, and you like Locking Us Out, Flesh on My Flesh, and then it was X, you'll like that album. I'm telling you right now. That shit is fire, bro. The Locks We Are the Streets in the same vein came out 2000. Yeah, shout out to Drag to the Dash. Love that nigga. But X killed this shit, man. Love it. And I'm a loyal nigga, and this is about loyalty. And I love it. Great song. I fucks with it heavy.
Didn't Dragon get annoyed at Game for name dropping him?
Yeah, that was stupid.
I'm DMX and y'all just drag on. Yeah, that's a dope line. I like it.
Because he means y'all drag on. Like he means y'all niggas drag on, but Dragon's too stupid. He didn't take it though.
He didn't take it well, no.
And that album's dope. I listened to that 2 weeks ago, 1992. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out the Game, man.
Yeah, he has that like colors on that. This is a dope song. Yeah, definitely like a dope Posse Cut. This album doesn't have many features on it really. So he has like 2 Posse Cuts on there, and they're both pretty good. I'm not that familiar with the MCs on here, but I thought they all did their thing. I thought the Loose Cannon guy had a dope voice. You know what I mean? Don't really know him, but I liked his voice.
I don't know him. I know everybody else. I don't know him.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, simple chorus, but dope. And I love the beat on here as well. Like Dame Grace again, just that kind of moody, kind of dark beat in the background. It's not as like standout as some of the other beats on the album, but it just like sits the mood perfectly. And I think everyone did their thing on here. And I love, DMX comes in and just kind of kills it at the end. So I think it's a dope song. And maybe not like an ultimate favorite again, but it's really dope.
Yeah, I fucks with it. I Can Feel It is up next, bro. Track 16. Dame Grease on the boards. A call samples that phenomenal Phil Collins song off the Face Value album, In the Air Tonight. Love this shit, bro. Dude, Nardo, I never heard of him either, but he's on the chorus. X, talking that dog shit like he always does, man, and he perfected it. He gave that song the, proper tribute, man. I love it. Fucking dope as hell. Always loved it.
Yeah, this is my favorite song on the album.
I am not mad at that whatsoever.
Yeah, I absolutely love this song. Yeah, like you said, flips the Phil Collins song. I know Pac did that the previous year, with Steering from My Rear View, that samples that as well.
Oof.
But I like this song more personally, even though I
Yeah.
love that Tupac song as well. But yeah, I mean, this song is absolutely phenomenal. It's just a great song to kind of like just chill out to, you know what I mean? Even though he's talking about like real shit over it, it's just a real song that you can sort of sit back and kind of think to, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, I love the overall feel to this track. Nardo, he did his thing, sort of recreating the Phil Collins kind of hook, and yeah, I just love this song. DMX, I love when he ends off the second verse when he says, I was created the chance of being a child with a father for a talent and being able to survive when it's harder. My balance on the high beams of life keep my dreams in strife. That's why I hit these motherfucking streets tonight. Come on. Oh, so good. Yeah, absolutely amazing. And yeah, my favorite song on the album. It's so good.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
And I think it could have been a single.
Yeah, I can picture the video.
Yeah.
Definitely a video, especially at that time. See it on fucking TRL and shit. Yeah, for sure. I can picture that fucking video, bro. Yeah, amazing. And then next we get Prayer Skit. Man, shouts to my beautiful grandmother, man. When I used to play the album, she would walk by my room, and she's like, "Man, he could be a preacher." So he could be a preacher. My grandma was so all about her faith, and she went to church a lot, so she know a preacher. She's like, "That boy can be a preacher." And X talking out real shit, and he would do this shit live and break down on stage, and hood niggas be crying.
Mm-hmm.
That's power. All these niggas like, no, I'm crying. That's for bitches, but then the niggas is crying at X. It happens, bro, and he's talking that real shit. My favorite line is, "So if it takes me to suffer for my brother to see the light, give me pain till I die, but please, Lord, treat me right." And he chokes up in the end. Amazing. It's a skip, but it's powerful. Oof.
Yeah, I mean and it's written in rhyme as well, so it's just like a spoken word kind of. It's poetry basically. This track, and yeah, I mean, he always had his prayer on his album, as far as I know, and yeah, it's really really cool. You know what I mean? I just love how. He's, we talked about a lot of the album. It's dark, it's hard, it's gully, all this sort of stuff. But at the same time, this shows off that like he's just a real guy who's like not afraid to put his heart out there, and he's able to make himself, vulnerable. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, it's just really. There's no one else quite like him. There really isn't. Just like, yeah, absolutely amazing. And every word comes through. You can feel his passion, his energy, you know what I mean, his emotions. Like you said at the end, he chokes up on the song, and it's just crazy. So I love it, you know what I mean. I know it's just a skit, it's not a song per se, but like, yeah, it's very important to the album, and it's very important when looking at DMX overall to like the person he was. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, bro, I love that shit. Shout out to my nigga Steel City Dahmer in the building, Terrors. But yeah, man, oof. Powerful shit. Then we get the Convo, produced by Dan Grease. One of my favorite beats on the album. I fucking love that beat, man. X back on that dark shit, talking about his religion, dealing with fucking the devil and shit like that, and that chorus, "Somebody's knocking, should I let him in?" Oh my god, fucking love it. And it's a classic record when you're deep in this fucking track list and it's nothing garbage. And you
No?
are this is 98. Like Vod always says, 98's a fucking kind of a like a really stressful year if you want to listen to these albums because it's long track list, but this motherfucker is just perfection. And I love this fucking song. It's dope as fuck. I'm talking to God in this motherfucker. Oh my god. Fire.
Yeah.
That beat. Oof.
Yeah, and the chorus, like you said, that's another great example of like, yeah, honestly, like his hook, one of the best. It's so
Yes.
good. And yeah, again, like his ability to like come up with an interesting concept for a song and execute on it, like fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. The beat as well from Dame Grace, it just an absolute banger for sure. Not like in a clubby way, but just like how it kind of like
Yes.
knocks in the background. You know what I mean? It's just like it fits the song perfectly. Has that kind of like rainy kind of nighttime kind of feel.
Perfect way to
Um,
describe it, brother.
yeah, and it's another fantastic song. I agree with what you said. Like it is quite a long album, but it's not as long as other 98 albums. You know what I mean? Like it's a little over an hour. It's not too bad. You know, it doesn't drag on. No pun intended.
Oh, that was dope. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't, and this is the album that we would listen to back in the day fully. You know, might skip Mickey, might skip the Storm, well, you're not prayer maybe even, but man, we listen to this shit front to back, bruh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Then the album ends with one of my favorite songs on the album, Hands Fucking Down. Niggas done started something. The Locks and Mace. The features on here, produced by Dan Grease. This song is phenomenal. Chic Luch came correct. Hey, yo, let's get papers and mo with hoes up in skyscrapers and condominiums overlooking our drug capers. Come on, this is still money, power, and respect era locks. But they were always managed by DNY, right? So when they signed to Rough Riders, it was easy, bang, because their management was Rough Riders.
Yeah,
And they signed it. I believe this is the time they're gonna sign. And Sheik just sets it off lovely. The nigga Mace, bro. Okay, I'm very hit or miss with Mace. I like Summer Harlem World, but this is Murder Mace. Okay, this is Children of the Corn Mace. That nigga he lost his mind on this shit, nigga. This shit is fire as fuck. That Mace verse, bro. He went fucking ill on this shit. He's like, any nigga wave a tech at Mason, have an explanation. You bring your crew in them, and I'm doing them. Then I'm putting two in them. Oh my god, he left Earth on this shit. I love Mace on here, bro. I can't even tell you how much I love Mace on here. It's not a nigga in your gang want it. My case slays gay strays with niggas' names on her. Often I bug, then I bust off on a thug. That shit was hard as fuck, bro. Mace. But then Styles, bro, killed that shit too. But my favorite gotta be Jadakiss. Okay? My 16s be so real, you can feel him in your vein like Romelo's pops from Sugar Hill. Watch Sugar Hill, people. Okay? And Romelo Scuggs, that's Wesley Snipes, his brother Ray Nathan. And then the daddy is played by, I forgot his fucking name. He's a legend. He's on He's the fucking dude from Tales from the Hood, the funeral director, right?
Oh yeah.
God is fucking Clarence something, and he's fucking Prince's daddy in Purple Rain. He's a fucking legend, R.I.P. And you would love Sugar Hill. Well, I'm telling you right now, I know you. I know what country you like. Shit is gas. J. Royale and his new album, Romelo Scuggs, right?
Oh yeah.
Sugar Hill, yeah. Jada said that shit because my granddaddy loves that movie. He put me onto that. R.I.P. to my grandpa. He put me onto that movie. I have to have the DVD. Phenomenal movie, and that line is just nasty. You can feel it. He said you can feel his 16 bars in your veins like Romelo when he puts the fucking Melo's Poppy when he puts the heroin in his vein. Oh my god, those type of shits I love. Jada is just nasty. He said. Cartel lip spitting clips at your face. Come the fuck on, man. If you want the money, prepare to die for it. Niggas done started something. X on this motherfucker. Surgery with the chainsaw. Come on, bro. This shit is beyond fire. You know what I'm saying? And the way it ends. Boss of crime, black Gotti. I stack bodies of black shoddy. Bitch ass niggas are axe naughty. Get it. Oh my god. Nigga. Fire. Love this fucking song.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went really deep on that one.
Yeah, I mean it's very similar to the last album we reviewed, the Black Moon. You know what I mean? Ends off of a posse cut, yeah. And yeah, really, really good posse cut too.
Oof.
Yeah, everyone did their thing on here, including Mace. Mace did an amazing job on this song.
He did.
Absolutely, he did. You know, who got more beef than an Islamic farm? So I pack enough sonic arms to neutralize atomic bombs. Like that line is crazy.
Not a nigga in your gang warning.
Yeah, that's
Bro.
yeah, he was on one on that, you know. Often I bug, then bust off on a thug, have a chump coughing blood, fill his coffin with slugs. Like, yeah, he went off on that, and obviously, like everyone in the Locks did their thing, you know. Love
Yes.
that line you said where JB the cause for the kiss at your wake, cartel lip spitting clips at your face. It's so dope, it's so grimy. I like Styles P when he said, respect me like Pesci, and if rap was hockey, I'd be Gretzky.
Yes.
Puffin Nestle, I thought that was dope.
Talk about that chocolate tie shit when they call it Nestle.
Yes,
oh,
yeah.
God.
And DMX at the end, body bags it as well. It's just so dope. Come at me with no bullshit, use caution, because when I wet shit, I did shit like abortions. Yeah.
Racketeering and shit. Oh.
So yeah, brilliant way to leave off the album. And it's always really interesting hearing the Locks in this era because they're not quite like fully like at their peak, you know what I mean? Like Jadakiss in particular, like he doesn't quite have the like signature croaky voice what he's known for. He has it a little bit, but not like to the extent that he would be known for later on. But I thought everyone did their thing on here, and it's a brilliant way to end off the album.
Absolutely.
Though my version actually has the live version of Rough Riders Anthem. But
I was about to have a heart attack. You got a song I never heard about it?
No, don't get excited. No, it's just a live version of Rough Riders Anthem. It's nothing amazing. I think it's on that. You know the way Def Jam had like a reissue campaign in 2000. It's on those. Yeah.
Like Foxy Brown on that now was like that too.
The Cal, what the album? Yeah.
I've seen those before, like people on YouTube or whatever. Yeah, man. There you have it, man. DMX's debut album, 1998. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Man, fucking love this album. You know how we do on Ya Clout Podcast? We give the mic rating and the top 3 songs. 5 mics across the board for me. Absolutely. No question. X was the king of hip-hop at this time. Jay-Z did not have the fucking crown. Don't let no one fucking tell you differently. It was X. Trust me. Jay-Z was like a girl at prom. Like, this bitch got on the same dress as me, and I'm kind of shy and embarrassed, and I'm worried about my number 1 spot. That's what he was feeling. He would tell Herb, yo, but you think he's nicer than me? I love Jay-Z, but it's true. Like, niggas have this narrative that when Big and Pac died, no, nigga. X had that shit, bro. I lived it. So, yeah, man. Fucking DMX, bro. I give 5 mics. Like I said, top 3 songs is hard for me. I think Niggas Unstarted is my favorite song on the album. Yes, it is. It is. You see my reaction, Absolutely. Then number 2, it's hard for me, bro. It would have to be, if I had to pick, it's fucking Get At Me, dog. So Niggas Unstarted, something, Get At Me, dog. And probably Look Through My Eyes is that burning in hell, but don't deserve to be. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, those are my top 3 songs on the album. Niggas Unstarted, something, Get At Me, dog, Look Through My Eyes. Could fucking change. This is a phenomenal album, but like I said at the top of the show, he ran 98. Niggas weren't fucking with him. Don't let niggas change the narrative. And RIP to the late, great Earl Simmons, bro. It's an amazing album.
Yeah, I agree. 5 mics as well.
Yes.
I mean, this is probably my favorite DMX album. Probably.
Yeah, mine's too. I don't know. Sometimes I have to question myself, bro. Yeah, probably is.
Yeah, the album from front to back is just awesome. You know what I mean? I love the sort of dark feel of the album. Just fits his, flow and his personality so well. Love how personal he gets in a lot of the songs. He shows off his storytelling skills. But at the same time, he has, songs that are just raw and aggressive. And yeah, I mean, not that many features on here, but the features he has on here are pretty dope, especially on the final track. And I mean, it's a really well-paced album. Like I said, not long ago. Like, this is a pretty long album, but it's not like super duper long, you know what I mean? And everything on it's good for the most part. Couple of skits that are a wee bit, you know, obviously unnecessary, but they're short, so it's not a big deal in my opinion. And yeah, the album just flows really nicely from song to song, like really good sequencing, like what you said earlier when you know, the end of Rough Riders Anthem going into fucking with D, like those transitions from song to song are just excellently done. Same thing with the prayer, how it goes into the convo straight afterwards, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just really smart sequencing all the way through the album. And yeah, it's a fantastic album, debut album from an iconic artist who just, yeah, we'll never have another one like him. You know, he's just one of a kind. So yeah, 5 mics for me. My top 3 songs, I'm gonna go with I Can Feel It as number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna go with the intro at the start, and then number 3, I'm gonna go with Stop Being Greedy.
I'm not mad at that at all, bro. That's great.
Yeah.
Intro's good enough to be a fucking full-length song, yeah?
Yeah, it is, in my opinion. Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, man. DMX is Dark and Hell is Hot, 1998. Next week, hit y'all niggas upside the head with the follow-up the same year, December 1998. We have to do it. Like we did Black Sunday and motherfucking 4. But they're both from 98. And Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, which sometimes I think is the Go to X album. But I don't know, bro. We'll get to that next week. Yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this shit. Shout out to my nigga Doobie. Shout out to Hood TMZ. Steel City. Keith Tez, if that's how you pronounce your name. Said great review. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, man. So, yeah. See you motherfuckers on the flip side, y'all.
Have a good one.
Peace.